Hi, this is Marc from the ATV Guys, and today we got a chance to review something I've never reviewed before. It's called the Maxxer 450i MXU from Kymco Motors. Kymco is from China, but they're located in Taiwan, and they've been building ATVs, UTVs, especially scooters and small motorcycles for decades now. So I have a lot of expectations for this machine. So let's go out in the trails and ride it. So this little bugger is quite small. It's a 600-pounder, so lightweight for modern times. Limited suspension, and I wanted to check something out, but we'll see. It's even got backup lights, for crying out loud. It's a pretty nice setup, and why not go out and ride it? Let's go riding. Very, very simple controls. This is stuff I like. This thing has fuel injection. It's a fuel injected bike, like, you know, most motorcycles and ATVs, UTVs out there. One thing to note, this unit does not have power steering, so bear with us. I haven't driven a non-power steering ATV in a long time. So first to start, the engine is a 443cc fuel injected single cylinder, but the cool thing about it is that it's got some it's got some juice. Oh, and it's got some very good brakes. I just love it when you take a machine like this and you pound it and the thing moves. Way fun. This is hella cool. 450cc class unit. I think we hit 84 or 85 on it, which actually is very good. I'm gonna ride the wheels off this thing. So the drive system is a CVT system. I think it's wet clutch, but there's absolutely no info on the Canadian website of Kymco. I've been riding it for a while now, and this thing is spot on clutch wise. It's really well mated to the motor's power band. It's a torquey little motor, really nice, and the CVT just complements it because you can ride that thing wheels off. Woohoo! It's got juice. The transmission is just basic stuff. It's very easy to shift from gear to gear. Stopped. If you're stopped and whatever, it's nice. I like simplicity. I like the simplicity of this machine. Makes me think of those I remember what the Yamaha Wolverine 450. It's very close to that. Very close. The gearing is fine on this thing. It's properly geared. 4x4 is automatic. There's no lock mode on it, but you know, it's an entry-level machine. A little bit of a caveat here is the suspension. It's a little bit on the stiff side. If you like a sporty ride, you're going to enjoy this. If you don't, you're going to find it a little bit stiff. But you can always lower the spring preload. You got 2 notches from stock to lower the preload. Get the thing sideways. Now this thing handles like a dream. It's really planted, and it's a small. It's got 23-inch tires on it. Little Maxxis, no name, no brand, built for Kymco. Generic Maxxis. When you drive this thing, darn. This thing's it's fun to drive when on a fast pace, you know, on a good trail. If it's not too bumpy. When it's bumpy, trust me, you'll slow down. You will slow down because the travel's limited. There's about 5 to 6 inches of suspension travel, usable suspension travel. Steering, well, you can't get more direct than this because there is no power steering. There's no gears between you and the tie rods and the wheels. It's very, very direct. It reacts to inputs very nicely. Not really hard to turn. If you want really, you know, easy power steering is not available on this motor, on these units, not even as an option. One thing I gotta talk about on this is brakes. Usually brakes are so-so on ATVs or UTVs, but the brakes on this one, really, really nice. The front, you have the brake pedal, and you have rear brake is here, front brake is here. Oh, let's test the engine braking. It's a very, very steep hill. Again, CVT perfection. And I always have something to criticize about a CVT usually, but this one is like spot on. Now brakes are very, very good. Now let's try going uphill. Oh, dang! This is faster than than a big 1000cc UTV I had here last week. It's got get-go. It's a little sporty beast, you know, analog. Yeah, an analog sporty 4x4 ATV. It is very, very nice. I'd love to have power steering though. Like, you know, in Taiwan, power steering must cost a few $100. Just put it on. But still, the effort to steer is not is minimal. It's okay. And this is, you know, it's smooth. No drama, nothing. It just point and shoot and have fun. You know, this is wow. The power is on par with Can-Am's Rotax 450 single cylinder, which was the beast that was on top. You know, that's the strongest single cylinder 450cc class engine on the market. Very tough to beat, but this one is just behind it. The Can-Am still has a little bit more up top, but it's a few $1,000s more expensive. Check this out. Oh yeah. So let's talk comfort and ergonomics. Having been on it for a while, this seat is sublime. I love it. Nice and grippy, but cushy enough. to work out most of the big bumps that you hit that the suspension can't really cope with. This is hella cool. Yeah, suspension. The seat is very, very good. And what I like about what he did with this thing is the ergonomics of the handlebars. I have to lean forward just slightly, which is just about the best position, especially if you're on a spirited ride. You don't you're not watching the the flora and fauna. You're just riding because you love riding. This is the perfect thing, because when you hit big bumps and stuff like that, your back is not straight. It's slightly tilted to the front, and you know, the whole body is like on suspension. This is a lot of fun. Okay, let's use four-wheel drive a bit and go into a little bit more extreme stuff. There we go. And I'm staying seated. I just want to make sure how stable it is with somebody who has less experience or less mobility. And up to now, it's very nice. It's a civilized ride. That's what I like about it. It's just a civilized machine. So this is a little bit way too deep for me. I don't have boots today, and I don't feel, oh, it climbs. It's very, no, it does the job. It's really, it handles nice. It wants to go. This is fun. You know what I like about it is it's a very lightweight machine. It's like 600 pounds, so it's a, you know, one of the lightest in the industry, and a short wheelbase, which makes it extremely agile for this kind of stuff. It likes to creep and crawl and go all over the place. It's very, very nice to ride. See, and a little XMR. Well, not a little, it's a 1000, but hey. So let's go off-roading some more. No, it's extremely agile. I'd be having a hard time with a big two-seater like my cameraman Carl right there is driving a two-seater C-Force 1000. He wouldn't like that just where I went right now. He wouldn't like it very much. Let's go off-roading some more. Wah. This is like a little creepy crawler. The only one I remember that was so nice, so fun to drive like this, was the Yamaha Kodiak 450, which has just about the same agility. Let's go in a wee bit of water. Oh, the protection from the body protection from splashing. If you don't want to get splashed, you know. Today I'm just wearing shoes, so I'd like to keep my feet dry. Forgot my boots and my gloves. So now there's a limited protection. If you're in water and deep stuff, you better be wearing some boots, because water goes all over the place on this. If you want to stay dry and there's lots of water, it's not a fun place to sit. But apart from that, yeah, the ergonomics are just awesome on this thing. I like the way it rides. It's nice, it's stiff, and it's freaking precise. Precision, precision, precision. They've mastered it. They've mastered it at Kymco. This machine is old, by the way. It's brand new, but it's an old design that was sold as an Arctic cap for years and years. I remember we used to have them on the lot or trade them in at the Can-Am dealer or the Yamaha dealer I used to work at. And you know, we'd give fair trade on these, and we never had any issues with them. So it's been a long time that this system, this machine existed in this exact trim, and it's fine. It's just missing a freaking power steering. Give me power steering, please, please, please give me power steering. Apart from that, just the way it checks, and those little tires, generic Maxxis, they'll drive you up a freaking wall. It's just that good. No BS. You know, I knew about what I was expecting out of this ride. You know, it's simple. I've ridden these before in the older days, but you know, you expect some refinement and stuff like that. And to be honest, this thing's been a blast to ride. So the fit and finish at the same time, the ergonomics are fine. Panel assembly, they've mastered it. Again, they've been building this thing for years. So, you know, if you can't assemble it properly after 10 years, you got a problem. No, seriously, I really like this machine. Especially for the analog ride. I just love the analog ride on this thing. It's fun to ride. The yays and nays. On the nays side, the pricing is a little bit too high. 8,000 and 9,000 bucks for this thing is, you know, can be explained, but it's a bit expensive. I'd wish it had power steering. You know, we've been riding for a while, and my arms aren't tired yet, but I'd appreciate power steering, especially if I want to maneuver at a low speed. There's no 4x4 lock. Again, at that price, should be included. What else I don't like? Nope. What I prefer, the yays. On the yay side, engine, awesome engine, awesome CVT, perfectly tuned. This is very rare. I find one that I actually really love. I'll put a little bit of an A. The suspension is a little bit on the harsh side. I'd like it a little bit softer. On the good side, the tires are awesome, the ergonomics are awesome, the seating is great. I love also the analog side of things. There's not many jigs, buttons, and doodads. It just, you got a gas gauge, you got an RPM, you got a speedo, you got this the small instrument pod here for the lights, low beams, high beams, starter, override, and the on-off switch. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive is on the right handlebar. This is the way it was before. Remember I told you the Yamaha 450? No, the Wolverine 450. This is about the same unit with a little bit more suspension. You know, the design is a lot younger, but I like it. The shifting, the transmission, gearing is perfect. You know, everything is like sound. It's normal. They've been building this thing for over 10 years, but still, it's a solid unit for trails. And if you like spirited driving, without buying a $15,000 1000cc unit, you're gonna love this thing. So if you want to find this thing, just go to Kymco Canada. You can find them on Google them up and see what the dealer network. Oh, on the nays, that's the thing, it's a very limited dealer network across Canada. It's a new distributor, so let's give him a chance. But if you're gonna buy one, try to find a local dealer. If you don't have a local dealer within a reasonable driving amount of time, you might want to pass on this for a while. But you're still buying a solid machine, very solid, and it's got a track record. It's like, it's new, but it's not new because it's got a track record. So I'm very pleased with it. We're the ATV guys. Find us on social media, and you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, and join our group. We have a huge group, about 25,000 members of ATVers just like you, which is called the Canadian ATV UTV Nation. So I'm Marc, Carl, I'm gone. I'm going back home. Bye.